Cleveland Cavaliers, outside of the 2 stints that LeBron James had with the club, have had a pretty grim existence and honestly have had a lack of identity. However, Darius Garland, current Cleveland Cavaliers point guard, is one of the main reasons as to why the Cavs are one of the most surprising stories in the NBA so far this season and have an opportunity to change the narrative around the entire franchise. As of January 10th when I'm recording this, the Cavaliers are the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. Garland himself is looking to become an All-Star this February, but the real question in my eyes will be as to whether or not he will be an All-NBA consideration at the end of this season. I don't believe he should be an All-NBA selection outright, but I do believe he should be in the conversation for such. As the 5th pick in the 2019 NBA draft, Garland has gotten better in each of his first 3 seasons. Through the first 34 games of this season, Garland is averaging 19.6 points per game and 7.2 assists per game, while shooting 47% from the floor and 38.6% from 3. Garland's leap from year 1 to year 3 has definitely been something to note. As a draft prospect, many scouts cited his playmaking as somewhat of a weakness, as he even averaged more turnovers and assists in college, although he only played 5 games at Vanderbilt due to a meniscus injury. As a rookie, Garland was deemed as one of the worst players in the league that actually got consistent minutes. A lot of that had to do with the meniscus injury that he sustained in college. In addition to that, the transition from point guard in college to point guard in the NBA is one of the biggest transitions that anyone has to make in this sport. In addition to the transition, his shooting never really translated to year 1. He only shot around 40% from the floor as a rookie. And being a smaller guard, pretty sure he's under league average height and weight for a point guard. On defense, it was kind of a train wreck for him. Fast forward to this season, however, Garland is in the top 10 in both total assists and assists per game, and has shown a really good feel for the game and is one of the main reasons that the Cleveland Cavaliers have been playing at such a high level without their number 1 scoring option in Colin Sexton. The knee injury that Sexton sustained only showed what Garland was able to do as a first option. In the 11 games that Sexton played in to start the season, Garland averaged only roughly 14 points per game and has averaged 21 points per game in the games since Sexton went out with injury. The Sexton injury was able to free Garland up to be the primary offensive creator for the team, and it's paid dividends for both player and team. Garland's efficiency has also been at career highs this season. He's shooting around 55% on 2-pointers this season, 56% effective field goal percentage, and over 90% from the free throw line. And the greatest part about this efficiency is the shot selection that Garland is taking. Clearly, you can see in the clips, he's not afraid to shoot threes, whether that's spotting up or shooting off the dribble. The pick and roll that Garland does with either Evan Mobley or Jared Allen has been a very effective form of offense for the Cavaliers this season. From what I've seen so far, he is one of the best decision makers in pick and roll situations and looks like he's very hard to defend when he's in a rhythm. More often than not, he does make the correct read, whether that's pulling up if the defender's in drop coverage, dumping it off to the roll man, or finding an open teammate in the corner if the defense brings help from the weak side. In addition to his basketball IQ, the runners and flares that he possesses in the lane are some of the most effective shots that I've seen and some of the prettiest in his arsenal. And for a 6'2", 6'3", 175-pound point guard, he's an incredible under-the-rim finisher, and he's really shifty in the lane when he wants to get to the basket. And as I said, as you can see from the clips, Garland's very capable of scoring in a multitude of ways. As a defender, he'll probably never make an all-defensive team by any means. That's mainly due to just his size as a smaller point guard. But he is a good team defender. He's on the level of someone like a Steph Curry. The Cavs do a really good job of hiding him on defense. And I'm pretty sure the Cavs are like a top 5-10 defense in the NBA this season. Garland will play passing lanes. His hands are active, but he's not a real good point of attack defender. You're never going to want him on the opposing team's best player. But that's kind of the trade-off you'll take with his elite offensive scoring. Of the guards that made the All-NBA teams last year, Kyrie Irving has only played in a couple of games so far, as just recently the Brooklyn Nets allowed him to play on road games. And like I said, he will only be playing road games for the foreseeable future, unless he gets vaccinated or New York changes its vaccine protocols, whatever. Outside of Irving, Bradley Beal and Damian Lillard's numbers have declined so far this season. So there's definitely going to be a few vacancies, I think, in the All-NBA teams. And although there are obviously several talented NBA guards vying for these spots, I think the case for Darius Garland to be All-NBA is pretty simple. If the Cavs continue on this winning pace and Garland keeps spearheading the team's offensive success like he has been, I think his counting stats should be on par with a player like Chris Paul. He'll probably have more points per game than Chris Paul. Chris Paul will probably have more assists per game. The numbers should be pretty similar, however. And even if Garland doesn't make an All-NBA team this year, I'm pretty confident that his play this season will force the media as well as casual fans alike to give him his proper respect and put him in a tier with the other young star guards that are up and coming in this league, players like John Morant, Devin Booker, and Donovan Mitchell. And if he keeps it up, the Cavaliers just might have found the player that'll change the entire narrative of their franchise. Hope you guys liked the video. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, comment, subscribe, do all the cliche YouTube stuff. If you want to share, that would really help me out a lot. If not, it's whatever. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. Yeah, other than that, peace.